extraordinarily special. Therefore, the values that will govern our interactions and conduct within the land of Biafra is going to be at a higher level of that expected of a black race. Understand this very carefully. The greatest harm anybody, the greatest injustice anybody can do to you is to hide the truth from you, to make you ignorant. Most of your so-called pastors and clergy, they have made you ignorant. They have made you ignorant. And regardless of how deeply immersed in this ignorance you are, it is our duty, my responsibility, to make sure that you see the light. After this broadcast this evening, go and reflect, go and contemplate, go and ponder. You will come to the same conclusion, as always, that we have always been right. The same way we told you that the Janjaweeds were coming 5-6 years ago, when no one saw it. We knew what is happening today. We foretold it. We knew it was going to happen because all the ingredients were there. We were ignored because people are ignorant. And you get most of your ignorance from only two places in life. Only two, not three, two. From your school and from your religious, your religious gatherings. Either from school or from church. And it's been made very, very clear that the church in Africa is designed to make people even more ignorant. We have now substituted the ignorance of the old, the superstition of the old, very superstitious. When we see lightning and thunder, we ascribe it to one deity or the other, one god or the other. Well, it's just merely electrical currents playing up in the air. That's what there is to it. Lightning and thunder is just basically a cloud rubbing each other together, the molecules moving up and down, rubbing each other together, generating electricity. That's all there is to it. We ascribe it to deities. We'll come to that later on. I have been wondering, why is it that pastors and preachers in the zoo never stand up to the truth? Why are they always afraid? They are afraid because they don't believe in what they are preaching. That's why they're afraid. They don't believe in what they are preaching. Because as I will play later, if you believe in the afterlife, if you believe there is heaven somewhere, why are you, as a man of God, afraid to stand up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is terrible? Why can't you stand up to say all this pain, all this suffering is intolerable and can no longer be tolerated? Instead, all you're concerned about is tithe and offering. I'm not saying that some of you don't pray very hard. I'm not saying, neither am I suggesting in any way, shape, or form, not all of you are horrible that you own private jets. At least this evening, allow me to qualify my statement. But what I'm saying to you is very simple. You people don't fear God. You people are immoral, and hell awaits you. I am saying this to you because I am a Christian, very controversial, but I'll tell you why I said that in a few moments. I'll tell you why. Some of you don't know the meaning of Christianity, but this evening, you and I, it will be clear to you what Christianity is, because you don't know. Some of you are being guided by, should I say, the doctrine of Nicaea, that's what I call it, when the Europeans hijacked the word of God from Israel. It went through Greece. From Greece, it went into Turkey. Then Constantinople. In the east. And they messed up the word of God completely. Just like every other thing, when it got to Africa, it became one massive business. And you want me to keep quiet. You want God to be angry with me that I saw something terrible happening and I kept quiet. Then you must be dreaming. That means you don't know who we are. It doesn't matter where the lie is. It doesn't matter how unspeakable that evil is, we will speak it. That people may learn. Before I go into the substance of me being a Christian that some of you don't know or shocked to hear, because you don't know the meaning of Christianity, but I will teach you this very evening the meaning of it. And you'll be surprised. The same way we told our Ibibio, Biafra Ibibio, is Ibunda. They never knew. The same way they was, I'm Ibibio, I'm not Biafra, I'm Ibibio. We have nothing in common with you. I asked them, do you know the meaning of your name, the word Ibibio? They don't know. Until now, they know. Ibibio means Ibunda. The same way what I'm about to tell you this evening, 99, no pastor knows the meaning of Christianity in Nigeria. I said no, not one. Because those that know in Rome, they hide it from you. Those that know in the capital cities of the Western world, they keep it away from you. The same way in those days that the clerics in Judaism kept away the name of God, the true name of God, from those that came close. Only the rabbi will tell an apprentice rabbi how Elohim should be called. The same way some of you claiming you're Christians, you have no idea what Christianity is all about. You are dumb. You don't have no idea. You are ignorant of what Christianity is all about. This night I will tell you. And I want you to go to your church and answer that the GO. That the GO, do you know that this is Christianity? And hear what the buffoon will tell you. Somebody was once in Islam, so the greatest Yahoo ever, the greatest fraud ever. They had as money in Christianity. You just do them like a wonder. Tell them you went to mortuary and you raised somebody from the dead. They are so gullible because the mind of a black man is not tuned to interrogate. You understand? We believe in superstition. When a vulture flies across, you say, hey, my neighbor is against me. Your neighbor is against you when the vulture flies across you in Africa. But as soon as you get to Europe, you can see as many vultures as you like and nothing will happen to you. Because your mind is lazy. Your mind is very lazy. You want a very easy explanation for everything. You don't have time to interrogate. I'm not sure that this very gospel this evening will sound very palatable to some people. Now, let me tell you where the reasoning of black people, or should I say misreasoning, or should I say the unreasonableness of black people, where I anchor it all the time. It is their inconsistency. We are a very, very inconsistent race. We don't believe in something and believe in it. Not just physically, but the principle behind it. The key thing in life is the principle underpinning that belief that you have. I'm just trying to teach people that I believe after tonight your life will no longer be the same.
Thank you so much, Biafrans. You're welcome back. You're welcome back. Sorry about the break in transmission. Is one of the things that we see sometimes. I want you, as you come in, please do well to share the program, like it, and subscribe if you're a first timer. We are here to bring to you the response of Sunday gboho. We will go straight to that, and we'll continue with the broadcast, aligning it with some of the things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said a very long time ago, and what the Biafrans are doing now. For you to know that the Biafrans are on the right path, and the Biafrans are doing everything that they have to do to make sure they are freed from every clutches of the wicked ones that have held us bound for a very long time. I want to play for you what Sunday gboho said, and say one or two things on what Sunday gboho said. And I want to salute Sunday gboho for recognizing what the Biafra Republic government in exile did and what the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile did. And what the Biafran army did. Because like I told us in the morning, I said in the morning that I've been waiting that Sunday gboho will respond to what the Biafran army did, only for this video to be released this afternoon. We all have been waiting for this. But Sunday Igboho has done what we all expected him to do as the pioneer or the pilot of the Ududuwa movement. And I want to play this for you to hear what he said. Listen attentively.
Good evening. Our Prime Minister of Good evening. Our Prime Minister of Biafra Liberation.
The video is uploading. Just give it some seconds. But one thing I want to
Our Prime Minister.
one thing I want to call your attention to as the video is uploading is Sunday Igboho as a freedom fighter. First of all, acknowledges the office of the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezza. That is a first good move made by Sunday Igboho. That is the first good move that he made. Because I know that they have shared a hand of fellowship a very long time ago. But the only way to ascertain that that hand of fellowship we shared a long time ago is still is still on, and the agreement we had is still how we said it. That the agreement have not changed, that nothing have changed. So Sunday Igboho must have to address and say the things he said at this beginning by recognizing the office of the Biafra Republic government in Ezza. Likewise, if the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezza wants to address him, he must have to address him as the leader of the Ududuwa nation. That is what Sunday Igboho just did. Let's see if this video will play now.
Good evening. Our Prime Minister of
Unbelievable. Very unbelievable. Hold on, it will come up. It will come up, but as we are waiting for it, Sunday Igboho recognized what the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezza did. And he did not just end there. He went ahead to tell the Prime Minister that every agreement that he ever had with him is still the way they said it. And he appreciated the work that the Biafra Liberation Army is doing in Biafra land. And by releasing his own brother to him, in as much as his own brother went astray. Because if you join the terrorist army to come to Biafra land to come and kill innocent people, you've already gone astray. You don't need a prophet to tell you that you have gone astray. So that is what this person literally did. But the Liberation Army in their good heart, because they are all good people, thought deem it fit to say no, that this person is our friend. We will send him back to his people and warn him not to ever repeat what he did again. Maka na ndị Igbo na asị n'ezi oyimaka m agwaghị mana onye agha wụrụ ezigbo enyi na ọkama na m gwara gị ife agwa. That is what the Biafra Liberation Army just did, to give that pre-information and a warning that this type of a thing should not repeat itself again. Not today, not tomorrow, not Army did, to send a very clear message across to as many that cares to know. But Sunday gboho has come to play the role of a father also to his people, the role of a leader, a good leader at that, to his people. Because had it been he saw all these things and then ignore it, it will also send a message to us and also send a message to the men on ground. Do you know the message that it would have sent had it been Sunday gboho see all these things and then ignore it? It would have sent a message that the Sunday gboho is aware of that they are in agreement with the Fulani Caliphate to come into our land and send people to RIP. That is what it would have signaled to the men on ground, and any other person that is caught wouldn't have been this lucky that this one is today. Because the men on ground will say, oh, that we are all fighting to see how we can liberate ourselves from the clutches of these people, and you people are aligning yourself with them to eliminate us. But with the response of Sunday gboho, it also sent a lot of signal. It also sent a very clear signal to the men on ground and to the Biafra Republic government in exile prime minister. That is the message that this message have come to deliver. And those that are in the know, we know. Those that know what I'm saying, we know. The message that this recognition of Sunday gboho, the message is delivered. Those that are to know, understand the message, and they know what to do. Oh yes. Those that understand the message, understood it, and they know what to do. And there's no two ways about it. So we said to Sunday gboho, you're welcome, we got your message, and the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile also have taken, have recognized the message that you sent, and the work is ongoing to that very effect. So you're highly welcome for the message you send across. Having said this, let's go back to the message of our leader, because I just wanted you to hear Sunday gboho say it by himself. But I don't know what the network is doing. So instead of the network.
Good evening, our Prime Minister of Biafra Liberation. Thank you so much.
The network is something else. We have to continue with our program and call it a day. Listen to our leader. I will analyze.
A few days ago, it was the case of some black lives.
I will analyze what our leader said now and align it with what Sunday gboho had just did. Are you getting me? Our leader said previously that one of the things that the African people lack is consistency and how to apply application of what they already know. A black man might know so many things and so many ways to do something, But the application of that thing that that black man already know is always a problem. A black man can gather a lot of knowledge. He knows about this, he knows about that. But to apply the application, the ability to apply that which he already know is always a very big problem. The ability to acknowledge. It takes only a wise man to do what Sunday gboho just did. Only a man with and honor just did. Many other people will say, what am I going to thank him for? Is he the one feeding me? Am I not here in our land? Why must I thank him that he released it? Let him kill him now, let's see. Then you will know that that person is a very foolish person. But Sunday gboho is a wise man. He knows what to do and when to do them. Because application of what you know is what that matters a lot, not what you know. What you know can be as good as useless if you don't know how to apply them. A knowledge that you are exposed to, that you are privileged to have, but you don't know how to apply them, you don't have the application of that knowledge, is a waste knowledge. Is as good as waste. It would have been better you are not privileged to have such knowledge, because it's a waste of time and waste of resources and everything. But once you have any knowledge and you have the application, you apply the knowledge you have very well, you will see result. Just like the Biafrans are making a good application of the knowledge you have on how to liberate the Biafrans from the clutches of the enemy. And this is one of the ways. Now that this guy has been sent a message and his brother and leader Sunday gboho has recognized it, many other people that are still nursing, maybe because of the amount of money that they are being given to. Because I heard long time ago, not long time ago, about a few months ago, is this year, that those foreign soldiers that are helping them, showing them how to shoot, because Nigerian soldiers don't know how, they don't even know how what battle is. The only thing they know what to do is to go where civilians are and assault them. That's the only thing the Nigerian terrorist government knows how to do. To go to Middle Belt, to go to Benue State, where people are armless, where people that doesn't have arms, that is where their strength is. But now, if you are being paid as a foreigner, because a foreigner, they are paying them, I think, 1,000 something dollars in a week or in a day. I think they are receiving 1,000 something dollars in a day. Why the Nigerian terrorist soldiers are receiving 50,000 naira in a month? Do you see the difference? The foreign soldiers that they contracted, the expatriates that they contracted, those are mercenaries. They know what they have to do. But other ones that are Olodo people that doesn't know anything, they are paying them their regular money, 50,000. If you go there and die, now you sabi. But the other ones, 1,000, I think 1,002 something, or $1,300 as at 3 months ago. So now that the money, the value naira is nosediving against dollar on daily basis, maybe they would have increased it. They might have increased it to like $2,000 every day. So if you multiply $1,000 or $1,300 into 31 or 30 days or 28 days, you know how much it is. Then you now multiply it by the current rate. Then you know how much these people are being paid to come and invade our land. Many of them were caught then. And many of them were also sent. So Sunday Igboho take the right bold step to assure the Biafrans we are together and we are brothers and we cannot see what will hurt each other and we get involved in it.
Good evening. Our Prime Minister of
We cannot see what will hurt each other and we get involved in it. So this message is a clear message to tell the Biafrans that those that are in the Nigerian army that are coming, I did not send them. I don't even know that they are there. So that if anybody going now to collect money because they promise him to increase the money, if he agrees to come to Biafra land to send people to RIP, that person will know that he's coming on his own. And whatever he gets, he will use his head to carry it. That is what the message of Sunday Igboho, that is what he's saying. That is the simple narrative of what Sunday Igboho just did few hours ago. Let's go back and listen to our leader. Maybe at the closure of this message, I will see if the video have finished downloading that it can play. Then I will also play it for us before the closure of this broadcast.
Matter, is that correct? What was involved in Black Lives Matter or Black Lives Matters? People were protesting against a perceived injustice. Is that correct? All over the world. People were hailing them, encouraging them. And you, in Africa, you claim you are reasonable. You claim you went to school. You claim you are educated. You claim you are polished. Is that not true? Do you know that some people came out yesterday in Katsina to protest that lives in Katsina also matter? So the same thing they were doing in America, in Europe, everywhere around the world, and they were being hailed. Oh, you continue, you're doing the right thing, you're protesting against injustice. People did the same thing in a place called Nigeria, in Niger territory, in Nigeria. That's the proper name, Nigeria. People went to Nigeria to protest the same protest you were having all over the world, and people are being applauded. They did not go to steal. There was no riots, nothing. Surprise, surprise. You know what happened? Do you know what happened? See, this evening we got the report that Nastura Sharif, a very brave man who organized the protest, has been arrested. What did he do? He organized the protest. And now let me tell you why I hate Nigeria with a passion. And everybody who foolishly calls himself a Nigerian, why I tell you that black people are lower than monkeys. Let me tell you, before God and man, black people in Africa are lower than animals. I'm telling you, and I'll prove it to you now. Do you know why? People are protesting all over the world. And in the Constitution of Nigeria, there is something called freedom of expression. But do you know that Nigerians are so daft and so foolish? They don't know that freedom of expression means expressing your anger or your frustration through protest. In other words, it is covered by the law.
Let me take it off from here. But do you know the type of expression that the Nigerian state wants you to have? The type of expression, the only way Nigeria and the Nigerian spirit and the terrorists in Nigeria and in their politics and everybody that believes in Nigeria, the only way they want you to express that you have been deeply hurt, want you to express that you can take this nonsense anymore, is to go and take your own life. Just like the video I played for us, I think the day before yesterday. What that happened in Ajah, Lagos State. A man that climbed the bypass, the crossover, walkover. He want to jump from there. If not for the intervention of people that are in the walkover, the man would have jumped like a lady that jumped in Warri, our own Warri here in Biafra land. Because of the frustration of those he called his elite, he jumped from the bridge, and people were watching her when she wanted to jump. They watched her jump and smash her head on the main road, on the third road, and she died. That is the only way they want you to protest. And the media will not carry it. And the people that want to create content will just say, oh, somebody just fell down from the bridge. If the media want to carry it, they will tell you that it's an accident, that the woman was passing by and breeze. Because you know there's nothing that is impossible in Nigeria. That is passing by on that flyover, and the breeze of a vehicle passerby vehicle blowed on the woman, and the woman somersaulted, and he hit her head on the ground. Before they will rush her to the hospital, she passed on. That is the way Nigerian brown envelope journalism will give you the information. It's solely on Biafra platform that we hear the truth, and nothing but the truth. That woman passed. And many other people that hang themselves. A lady literally hanged himself and his children. That they cannot, the husband cannot provide again. Her herself don't have anything, and she cannot watch the children die before her eyes. All these type of stupid decisions is the only way that we allow you to protest. They will never allow you to come out on broad daylight to show to the world your ordeals. If you dare come out to show the world that you have been hurt, that you are angry, then you are attracting many years of imprisonment, and what you are doing, your action will result to a treasonable felony. It's only in Nigeria that protest results to a treasonable felony. It's not like that in any other part of the world. It's only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. If you dare to protest and said that life is miserable, that you cannot take your own life because you have the right to live, just like the governor has the right to live, the senator has the right to live, the drug lord has the right to live, and all those that are in the politics milking your future dry, just as they have the right to live, you also have the right to live. But once you come out to protest, you will be a gunner. They will use the AK-47 to send you to your ancestors. So the only option they will give you is to go and take your own life. By suddenly they say, oh, the suffering is too much. I pity the poor masses. Life goes on. Biafrans cannot take their life. Rather, the enemy that have taken it upon himself that he will starve us to death, the same thing he wishes, we will return it to the person. That is the Biafra movement. To secure our own freedom, a land that we can be proud of. Let's listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This broadcast is going to be very brief.
These are places to professors, doctors, and baboon. God can be reading off their degrees and how intelligent they are. And you begin to wonder, what did this man, Nastura Sharif, what wrong did he do? Bandits are killing them, terrorists are killing them, and they came out to say enough is enough. Now he's been arrested. This is a country without a president, a country with...
Those that are even arrested, you will say that God showed them mercy. There are people that rise up to speak just like the Biafrans rise up to speak in Aba High School, in Mbo Massacre, in Emene, in all the places that they have massacred the Biafrans in Ebonyi. In all these places, in Obibo, in Donald Trump rally in Port Harcourt. All these places are where people come out to demonstrate. But because of the evil and the wicked activities of the Nigerian state, they are afraid of whenever the youths or the people that they call their citizens come together in one song, in unison, to speak in a language that is not their own language. Do you know the language of the Nigerian state? The language of the Nigerian state is, I will vote for Tinubu. Yeah, I'm not for Tinubu. I'm for B. I'm not for B. I'm for Atiku. I'm not for Atiku. I'm for... Once you're speaking this language, you don't have any problem. Nobody will shoot you. Nobody will disturb you. But once you come out and you are demonstrating a peaceful rally that it doesn't concern the government, they will begin to say, from this rally, these people might start nursing another thing. These people might start talking to themselves about the wickedness that we are meddling against them. We better go and chase them away before this rally will turn to another thing. That is what they did to Biafrans, 2017. They never wanted you to gather anywhere. No. You gathering anywhere is an act of treasonable felony. Only in the Zoological Republic. Like our leader will say, where you have those that call themselves professors. But I don't blame them. Is it not of recent that we discovered over 30 or 40 something thousand those that call themselves professors that are never professors? Why? Because you find yourself in the Zoological Republic. It's a place that somebody can just go and he will buy a doctorate degree and it will be attached in his name. If he like, he will buy a professorship and it will be attached in his name. You can buy anything you want to buy. I'm telling you the truth before God. You can buy anything in Nigeria. You can buy anything. You can buy your way into any office. Once you have the money to throw around. If you want to be a professor of physics, a professor of any professor at all, they will give it to you. They will give it to you without you knowing anything. It's only in the Zoological Republic, that is Nigeria, that you see some doctors, quack doctors, unqualified doctors that came out with a certificate. They have the certificate, they have everything that you will ask them to present as a document, but the knowledge is not there. And people are being sent to RIP like wildfire. There's one of my cousin brother. He was having malaria, like everybody that is in Nigeria is always having malaria. It's only in Nigeria that once you're feeling headache, they give you malaria drug. Once you're doing this, they give you malaria drug. You say your head is paining, they give your stomach, your malaria. I was told that they took this boy to a nurse. All these nurses and then some persons that have pharmacy all over the place. And they injected the boy. From the moment they injected the boy, one of the leg paralyzed. Money had been spent to see if that leg that is paralyzed will be revived. But up till now, that guy is still not feeling that leg very well. Automatic stroke on that leg. And these are people you say, oh, this is a nurse, this, that. Because you are living in one Nigeria. This is the reason why the Biafrans are fighting to liberate ourselves. So that when somebody said he's a professor, that person will be a professor indeed. So that when somebody said he's a doctor, that person will be a doctor indeed. It's at the cost of this fight that will capture one of the men on ground. Those men on ground captured these terrorists in uniform from Oduduwa, from Yoruba land. That Sunday gboho come out to appreciate the Biafra Liberation Army and the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezra for the good work that they did, releasing the guy and not sending him to judgment. So what am I saying? So long as you continue to live as a Nigeria, you have problem. Big problem. Because the spirit of one Nigeria will never allow you to see beyond your nose. You will be a professor and a doctor, you have all the degrees in the world, and you will be serving an illiterate. A stark illiterate. Somebody that has never passed the 4 walls of the school. Those are the type of people they vote in Nigeria, that they are the people that are more advanced, that they are the people that are more knowledgeable on how leadership should be. Because the nomadic people are on seat. Because the nomadic are the ones that say that Western education is prohibited.
The vice president, a country where the army is in disarray because their leader is no longer there, Budatai, and people are pretending as if all is well. In other words, a country of hypocrites. And there is a significant, or should I say, sizable number of preachers of the word amongst them, and they've all kept quiet. Do you see how a black man encourages injustice? And do you see why we say that Biafra cannot be like any other useless, hopeless, backward African country?
Not at all.
That is why now, before we go into Biafra, we must all be educated, enlightened, and reasonable. That's the criteria that God gave to us. You must reason very well. Now tell me what this man has done. Amnesty International was reporting that they have arrested him for protesting that bandits are killing my people. Terrorists are killing us every blessed day. Let us send a message to the government. And he came out to protest. Now he's been arrested in a country that claims they have a constitution, an enforceable, workable piece of document called a constitution. Most people don't know that the constitution is more important than the Bible, is more important than the Quran. It is the most important document that governs how people exist in a society. Very, very critical. Do you know in the zoo called Nigeria, they have no regard for the constitution. And you know why? Because they're not civilized. They are not learned. They are not reasonable. And to make matters worse, every Sunday they go to church and give whatever little they have to a scammer, to a fraudster, telling them rubbish about the coming kingdom of heaven. That he himself talking about it doesn't even know if it exists or not. He has a private jet. He has mansions all over the world. He builds schools, not to help the poor, but to enrich his family and his lineage. Do you see how foolish a black man is? But that man scamming you every Sunday and every Wednesday of your hard-earned money is not a thief. He's not a fraud. He's not a criminal. Do you know why? Because he promised you something you can never see, which is heaven. Because nobody has ever been to heaven. I buried my parents on the 14th. My mom hasn't come to me to say, oh, I'm in heaven and I'm having fun here. No. No one has been to heaven and back to tell us what it looks like. So the only reason why these men are flying about in their private jets is because they promised you something that no one has seen in the history of humanity. Heaven. Are you following? Are you listening to this very gospel? Now, that is number one. Number two is the fraud that the zoo Nigeria represents. Do you know what is happening in the north? That is why I love the way we preach. After listening to this very gospel, I want to play something for you so you will hear it. And hear what people are now saying in the north. That place he said is House of Fulani. Is House of Fulani. Now people are coming out. Do you know what arrested this very man? Because when this protest started, they called it a protest of indigenous Katsina people. That doesn't include Fulani. That's why the Fulanis have arrested them. And will your daddy GO stop? No.
Do you get the point now? I told us that once they see that your rally and your protest or whatever you're doing is not politically motivated, once they see that it's not politically motivated, your name will be sorry, because they will come after you with everything they got. The fear of the unknown, the fear of them losing their kingdom where they have become gods, demigods, they are always afraid of it. But the Biafrans, this year, 2nd of December, we did something very, very different, that the world will stand still for the Biafrans. I want to use this medium to salute each and every one of you. You salute Sunday gboho for his courage to come out and do. May Elohim to guide him and give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to lead his people, and to achieve Oduduwa nation, because that is all the dream we are all pursuing, and that is what we are going to have.
Good evening, our Prime Minister of.
And that is what we are going to have. So, Biafrans, I salute each and every one of you. I want to attend to something. I want to attend to something very, very urgent and very important. I will be back here, maybe I'll be back later in the day, maybe in 2 or 3 hours time from now. I'll be back here. I promise that, with another topic. There's a lot to talk about. I'll be back, but let me attend to this thing now and come back. Thank you so much, dear friends. I salute each and every one of you that are always here, liking and sharing the program. May Elohim continue to bless you, guide you, both now and forevermore. He said. Thank you so much, and remain blessed. Let your eyes not leave the ball. Have your eyes fixed. Salute each and every one of you that are always. Let your eyes be fixed to the ball. Our destination and our final destination is Biafra. And there's nothing any mortal man can do about that. They know that very well. That there's nothing they can do to stop us, nor to quench the fire that have been ignited in us to restore Biafra. So see you very soon.